Welcome back to the Block Searcher Pay YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be going through a bunch of old shellac records. These are old 75s. There's some 45s in here we're going to go through as well, but a lot of these 78s, did I say 75s before? I don't know. I keep getting them mixed up for some reason, but 78s, and these things have not been touched in probably 20-some or more years. I bought out a giant warehouse, as many of you know, worth of stuff, and these were in it, and this is not even all of them. So let's go through all of these 78s, clean them up, and see what we got. I already got a box of broken ones here. These are just completely shattered. These ones here are cracked and not playable, and these ones here are just slightly damaged but playable in my opinion. Now, these ones are probably gonna get thrown out. I'm gonna ask around to see if I can give them away to anyone that wants to do art projects with them, but ultimately I have no use for them, so they're probably going to get thrown out. These ones here, I'll keep though, as they're not too damaged. They have like a little bit of scratching and stuff like that, but they're not literally broken. Luckily, we managed to get this nice little record cleaner here. It uses 4, I believe, D-cell batteries, which I don't have, so we're gonna hotwire this to an adjustable DC power supply. And just like that, we now have one hot-wired record cleaner. So, let's get record cleaning. Not actually cleaning, we're just gonna be using some soapy water. This one's actually in incredibly good condition, considering the rest of these things' condition. But some simple soapy water and this little thing to just kind of brush the dust off should be good enough, I think. If I'm gonna sit here and clean 78s, I might as well sit here and listen to 78s while I'm at it. This automatic turntable is pretty useful for that, so I can just set a whole bunch of records on it and just forget about it. This stack here is some of the dirtiest ones. I don't know if these are even cleanable. You know, the worst part is this isn't even all of them. Now, to be fair, there's a fair amount that are damaged, but I'm also going to try and repair a few that I have all of the pieces for. I saw some things online about how to re-glue them, so we're going to try that. From what I read, it's not the greatest, but hey, we might as well try. Otherwise, there's just a bunch of trash records here. But there's also an absolute ton of good ones, and I'm going to bet there's probably a few hundred of them, which is absolutely insane. And again, this isn't all of them. Speaking of which, why don't we go get the rest? Here is the last of the records. The box they're in is actually kind of cool. Do not display, rent, or sell before Tuesday, 2006. And if we look here, it was originally shipped to the Sony Music Distribution Pittman branch. That's pretty cool. I don't know what would have been in here, but I assume music. So these are something you don't see every day, golden records. This one here is obviously from the Golden Record Company. Very cool. You don't see these too often, they're not terribly common, they're unfortunately not really worth anything, but pretty cool nonetheless. We got a few actual golden ones, including this one that even still has the sleeve, and even this Winnie the Pooh one that unfortunately is cracked, and also not even golden. I feel like that's a scam. It is not often I'm intrigued enough by the record to actually decide to play it, but what the fuck could possibly be spin number 1 and spin number 2? Not really sure what I expected, but I guess this wasn't it. If anyone can think of an art project to use these broken records for, please let me know, because I'm gonna have a lot of them. I'm really not sure how I'm gonna make this video, because, well, this takes so long, and there's not really that much entertaining stuff to do, but after I get all these cleaned, we're actually gonna go through and inventory them all, so hopefully there'll be something there. I will say this record cleaner has definitely made life easier. See this nice dirty record? Just turn this thing on, let it spin for a while, and a small amount of soapy water later, it is perfectly clean. Let's dry this thing off, and we have a perfectly cleaned record. Now, we should start adding these things into Discogs. Currently, my value's at $591 with some 45s I have in there, so we'll see how much we've added by adding all of this. Holy fuck! I guess we'll put this one somewhere special. Since the majority of these records are from the 40s and 50s, I decided to do this the fun way. I googled what drinks were popular in the 50s, so we're gonna have a little party while we do this. Weirdly, they had this one box basically sorted by record brand. They were all just choral records. I don't know why. There doesn't seem to be, well, weirdly, a lot of these records seem to be either jazz or, like, polka. I don't know why. Maybe I'll get to some other stuff soon, but so far, my 50s experience is just jazz and polka. Man, I might have ADHD. I'm listening to records, but that's not enough. I gotta watch Hell's Kitchen while typing these things into a computer. I can't upload this, can I? Really confused why I kept hearing The Mockingbird Hill, but I have 2 records with the same song on it. That explains why I hear the same thing over and over again. Not 100% sure this helped with productivity, but we're getting there. Really fucking slowly. And we have a new oldest record. This Holy Night is from 1918. The record patent on here is 1908. That is absolutely insane. This record is over 100 years old and looks absolutely fantastic. That is incredible. Back when Victor was Victor Talking Machine instead of like RCA Victor. That is really cool. Don't forget to buy your war bonds and stamps. That's amazing. I have found so much polka music. It is insane. So I have all of these completely done. These ones are all drying. I might be close to halfway. It's been over a month. This is taking a month longer than expected. Absolutely just hammering this out. This is all just empty sleeves for these to go back into. I'm throwing out the ones that have unfortunately broken, but the ones that are still usable, they're good paper sleeves, so I'm gonna reuse them. This is taking an incredible amount of time, but due to scheduling, this video goes up tomorrow, so I'm getting as much done as I can right now. Our Discogs is sitting at $970, not as much as one might think, considering we added over 100 records, but the issue is, a lot of these, that's not what I wanted to search by, but it doesn't really matter. A lot of these have no price. Okay, those were old ones I've added, but all of these 78s have no price. None have sold, so they have no idea what they're worth, so they just put 0. Yeah, I had to make it to page 3 before I found any that actually sold for anything, and, well, these are old 45s. And my most valuable record is still that record by the Ink Spots. Earlier in the video, I'm pretty sure I was confused as to why that was worth so much. I'm stupid. I don't know how I didn't recognize that. It's the song that got super popular in Fallout. How I didn't recognize that, I will never know. I really should have been able to recognize that. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to make a part 2 on this, or at least do this another day, because it's been over a month. I finished this many. I have that many drying, because I just absolutely banged out a fuck ton of these today. And this many more to go, which is the same amount. Actually, there's 6 boxes there, there's 7 boxes worth there, and there's a little bit, yeah, okay, so I'm a little bit over halfway with them being washed, but I still gotta add all of those into Discogs. So yeah, I'm about halfway, if that. This is insanity. That was over 100, so what are we looking at, like 500 records here? This is nuts. For storage, I was working on cleaning out under these pinball machines, because I think that's probably gonna be the safest spot for them. Can't have them anywhere they're gonna get damaged. So I think shoving them back underneath these pinball machines will probably be the safest location for them. But if you like what you saw, or just like to see me torture myself by going through all these records and want to see it happen again, please leave a like and follow along, because I got a lot of stuff to do. Not that much time to do it. I honestly don't know how much footage I have. This could be like a 2-minute video for all I know. I've been working on this video for over a month.